Salam everybody, and welcome back to Let's Level Every Class, the World of Warcraft War Within series, in which the objective is to level every class, learn everything as we go, different race every time, or at least most of the time, and enjoy the journey to level 80, or whatever the level cap is. Currently it's level 80, so we'll go with that. This is the War Within dungeon, and it seems like everybody's kind of started here. Diving right into it, and I have not a clue what we're doing. I just have... how's everybody floating? Am I missing something? I might be missing something. Oh, this is gonna suck. Nice. First death of the vid. As I mentioned before, this is the first time I'm even doing anything War Within content wise, so I have not a clue what is going on in this dungeon, what to do outside of kill the bosses, and that's kind of what we're going on. Thank you all so much for joining in on this episode. In case this is your very first time tuning in, the top right corner of the screen will have a card, which will pretty much take you directly to this playlist, Human Warrior Malakyal and her leveling journey. And in the description will also be the playlist, just in case y'all want to see more, or go back to the first episode, whatever the case may be. See literally the growth of a completely novice player playing World of Warcraft. Last episode, I got to have some fun with a good buddy of mine. Got to experience a little bit of a raid. This episode, we're just dungeoneering. We're dungeoneering all the way to 80. I'd say I'm doing pretty decent if I'm third place in the damage list. I can never seem to crack second or first. I think I've only done it once or twice in this series. Then again, I might be severely undergeared for this dungeon. I'm not 100% sure, but I might be just severely undergeared. At least it seems like that. But I sincerely appreciate everybody joining in for the series and joining in for Malakyal's last leg of her leveling journey. It's kind of crazy. It's been fun. It really has been fun. Never got to experience Warrior all the way up to the last end game levels, I guess. This is definitely different. I can't seem to get out of this stuff. I keep getting pulled in. I'm trying to avoid it. I just don't know if I need to save her. Do I need to save Heroic Leap for that and then just bail out? But I'm afraid if I do that accidentally, I'm gonna aggro something like a different set of mobs that I don't necessarily want to. I don't want to accidentally pull something that I know the tank may or may not be able to handle right now. Now these mobs are a true change of pace. I don't know what these things are, but they look pretty cool to me. Almost space-like, kind of Half-Life-like, I guess. Mysterious Satchel. I don't know what that is, but seems like a pretty good upgrade. We'll take it. The Rookery. Okay. Oof. Somebody got freaking slammed over there. Oh, hello.
I will stand proud on the debris of your corpse.
We got a druid tank. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen a druid tank in a good minute. Ads seem to have been killed, so let's go ahead and do what we can with this boss. Trying to stay out of these portals. Oh, okay. That was different.
Run. Watch your feet.
Oh, again, he's sucking me in. Seems like a few mobs in the War Within content love to do that, so I gotta keep an eye on that. Definitely a little bit of different mechanics, or a lot more mechanics than what I'm used to.
Watch your feet.
I know it's only like 2 or 3, but still, it's definitely a lot more mechanics than what I'm used to. Kata dungeons really, I mean, you had like a few, but not like a crazy amount.
Pulling up. Run.
Trying to suck us all in. Not dealing with that.
Target you.
Ice. Just as he landed. And a crushing thunderhammer. I'll take it. As much as I don't want to use hammers, I've never been a fan of them. Hammers and maces in gaming I've never been a fan of, but as much as I may not want to, I may have to, because I realize, you know, we can just transmog it to look like anything we want. And if it's a legitimate upgrade, it's a legitimate upgrade, and right now I feel like I need every single one I can get. So I get a heroic leap in. This doesn't seem too bad for, like, I don't know if this is like the first dungeon in the War Within or if this is just one of the early ones, but this doesn't seem too mechanical heavy.
I do not like that it feels
I can at least, if I can keep up with it, at least that's nice. Okay.
But there are more survivors to rescue.
More survivors to rescue. I guess, well, everyone's jumping down, so I guess I'll do the same. Ooh, that's a good distance.
The Storm Rider way. Follow me. What?
Abandoned mines, okay.
What did Gorin?
Whoa. Did I enter the abandoned mines or did I enter Blackrock Depths? There's mobs everywhere. Holy crow. Are we supposed to just kind of charge in and AoE or? Dang, there's mobs everywhere over there. It's massive congestion. What's the tank doing? Tank's going over there. Are we supposed to? He's gunning it, so I'm gonna stay with the tank. I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This group's definitely doing a lot more than what I am, but I don't know if I'm supposed to be attacking the mobs over there, or if I'm supposed to be just, because normally you just hit the whatever mob the tank is on, you burn that one down, but there's just so much congestion, it's kind of like which one are we focusing on? I mean, look at that, goodness. Guess we'll just do what we can for the moment. So it looks like the last objective is... Oh, there you go, the little portal right there. I assume that's where the last boss is gonna come out of. Oh, wow, I got obliterated. Shoot, I just got... I just got eviscerated right there. That was sick. Second death of the run. Nice. I am all the way back here. There's no faster way to get down there. Well, that kind of sucks. Guess we're gonna end up taking the long way. Ah, the walk of shame back. I definitely feel kind of out of place, especially this being the very first time I'm touching the War Within. Anything TWW. So it's mostly my fault. But definitely not knowing... Knowing is half the battle, and specifically for this case, I mean, I'm definitely a fish out of barrel, a fish out of water. A fish in a barrel with no water.
Run out.
What the heck? It even hit me. It's crazy. They must be on the final boss for it to hit me this far. Alright, let's get down there. What in the world? Was I not supposed to touch the water or something? On the last boss, or... Look at that thing. Voidstone monstrosity. He's huge. Definitely looks very, something straight out of Half-Life. I guess I'll just camp out here while they take care of it. Or do I do that, or... I guess I got no choice. I can't. Well, good job, team. I was cheering all of y'all from the sidelines. Ah, that sucks. I probably should have just waited. But I guess it's alright. First War Within dungeon, it completed not the way I wanted. Not the way I would have wanted, but completion is a completion, I guess. Kind of, honestly, my pride's hurt a little bit. I really didn't get to do anything. I guess this is what to, for me at least, this is kind of what to expect with the War Within. I know I'm going to be doing a lot more TWW with in the Paladin series for sure, because I really hardly touched it with Malakyal. I kind of don't know if I want to do another one, or if I want to go back to time walking with the classic dungeons, because this just makes me feel like I'm severely undergeared. Definitely not knowledgeable of like what to do, but I'm definitely severely undergeared. I felt like honestly I kind of felt useless in this one. At least with the classic dungeons, I have a much better understanding of what to do. So there is a little bit of frustration here, but it's for me, not from the team. Not from anybody else but me. But there's only one way to learn. Do you just like... Oh, okay, I can grab him. Alright, well, there we go. Dungeon complete. Let's get out of here. Yeah, the stat bonuses on the gear are definitely worth it. At least definitely for me. So we may just have to go hammer, or may just have to equip that hammer because it is a legitimate upgrade. And we did get a rare from bag, and it's a helmet piece. Mysterious helm. Gosh, those stats are nice. I do want to equip it, but I'm not a fan of wearing helmets. Yeah, that looks ugly. That looks ugly. I mean, I need it, but I'm not a fan of wearing helmets. For anybody that knows me in any MMORPG, I'm not a fan of wearing helmets. Like, it's one thing if I do, I need a way to hide it because I don't like to. Well, I can't say that. There's a few helmet pieces, at least in WoW, just like in FF, that I do enjoy, or at least I look at them like, wow, that looks good. Rogues tier 1 looks beautiful. Their tier 2 also looks great. Judgment set of Paladins tier 2. Who can go wrong with that? There's quite a few pieces that I definitely like, but this isn't one of them. This generally looks ugly. To me, at least. So I'm probably going to transmog it at some point. Like, wear it, but just transmog it so I can hide it. Get the best of both worlds, I suppose. So it was a cool dungeon. Ooh, cool. Looks like we got another one. Ah, dang it, declined. All right, not a problem. We're going to be in the queue for a little bit. It's not a problem. Yeah, that's almost like that's like a 16, 17 point difference in the item level, which I think at the time of this video, I don't know what the maximum cap is, but I know you can go past 600. So I'm like halfway. I'm pretty far below, which makes me believe I was pretty severely undergeared for that dungeon, which is okay. I mean, what other way are you going to learn, really? Let's get a Hearthstone back. I think I'm in Booty Bay. And then fly over to Stormwind. And transmog this out. I think that's what we'll do while we're in the queue. Oh no, I'm in Darkshore. Okay. Darkshore. Ah, I hate saying that. Because there's too many shires in this game. There's too many shires. I hate because I always mix them up. I accidentally say the other when I actually mean the one. Like, I'll say Darkshore, but what I actually mean is Darkshire. But they sound so much alike that what rolls off my tongue would be shore rather than shire. I'm sure some of you all do the same. But yeah, queuing up for these dungeons. Main goal is 80. Let's get it done. Cap off a wonderful journey. I already have a direct idea right after Malakyal hits 80. Going straight for the bonus episode, and then moving from there. Give Malakyal a nice break, I say. Hopefully everybody here ready checks. Well, hopefully the healer. The DPS could be replaced, but the healer, that's kind of a little hard to come by. I suspect... Oh gosh. This flight style is so weird feeling. This is the Dragonflight flight style. Just feels really weird to me. Gonna have to play around with that. Dire Maul, okay. Which... Capital Gardens, okay, not bad. We'll take it. Looks like we got a Draenei Paladin too, so he knows what he's doing. Digest. He's already going for it. He definitely knows what he's doing. All right, you go, dude. Just kind of remember we're all a group here. And I'm rooted. Gosh, he's really moving. He's moving and grooving. This is gonna be a quick run. I'm feeling good about this. I hope all of y'all's journey in Azeroth I hope everybody's journey is going well in World of Warcraft, regardless of whichever version you're playing, be it retail, Cataclysm, Classic, soon to be MOP, Classic Anniversary, Era, Season of Discovery. Doesn't matter. I sincerely hope y'all are having just as much fun as I am. Rocking it over here with alternative Brother Oklahoma in a different universe. What sword is that, man? That thing is glowing too. That looks nice on the gold. I don't know if that's like some transmog thing, but it's glowing gold. It looks really nice, really sweet. Get to play WoW again too. Life's been incredibly busy. Work has been work, college on top of that, fatherhood. I get 3 things in a row, all of which has been busy. Oof, that was a good zap, sir. You guys remind me of the wizards in, what was it? Wizard's Peak, Misty Peak, Spiral 1, Magic Crafters World. Yeah, this totally reminds me of that. I make a lot of references when I'm gaming, especially in WoW sense. Like I make a boatload of references or just like things that just look pretty similar to something I like know or whatever. Like, Y'all get what I mean. Killing the Void Bros, but they're not our foes. Void Bros. That's, dude. I need like an emote. I need to commission somebody just to make one of the Void Bros. Make it like make it look like a Void Bro. Make it like anime-esque, like chibi, kind of cute and everything. I don't know what is it with the Void dudes, but I like them. Dungeons and Dragons over here. Get rid of this Cyclopean beast. Let's go ahead and hit some damage. Maybe I can climb up to 3rd place on the ladder. Doesn't seem like that's gonna happen. But a Molthar down, I'll take it. No drop for me, but that's okay. As long as somebody's getting drops, it's all good. I don't mind not getting drops. I do need them, but I don't mind others getting them because I feel like the system is pretty balanced in WoW. Like if you don't get the drops, you get the loot bag or the randomized bonus bag, I guess. You get that, you get the reward at the end if you don't get any. Well, actually, I think you get that regardless. So if you're lucky enough to get drops during the run and then you get that also at the end, you really did well. But if you don't get anything, you still get something. So everybody wins, and I kind of like that. It's different from what I'm used to. Like Final Fantasy 11, you would be competing with for every single drop, no matter what. 14, not so much. 14 definitely was more so built for the modern. Well, 14 when it first came out was way different, but like 1.23 or like A Realm Reborn, I mean, you were still competing with gear, but eventually it really kind of phased out. You weren't really competing at one point. Like here, it's not even like friendly competition. Here, you're honestly just, everyone's having fun. You still get something at the end of it. And I think all MMOs should honestly go in that route. It just makes sense. Capital Gardens down. Good stuff, team. That was a really good run. This Paladin's awesome, by the way. Good group. I didn't even notice we had a skeleton buddy this entire run, but good stuff to everybody. This Paladin gets my thumbs up of approval. Good guy. Good team. Take a break from recording for a second there. And then at one point I completely just forgot to record, so my apologies, y'all. There was a few intermission dungeons that I did run. Needed a tea break and just like at one point just completely forgot to hit the record button. Oh gosh, a monk. A panda monk, no less. Yeah, Missa Pandaria is coming out very, very soon. Monks, y'all are insane too. I've seen some monks pull some insane damage on the charts. And don't they have like a one-shot ability too? What is it called? Touch of Death or something? It's nuts. Now I don't know anything about monks, so please forgive me if monks are undertuned or not the best damage dealers or whatever. Or maybe I'm just like the cruddiest Fury warrior known to this game. Please let me know, but oh shoot. Well, I mean they'll be fine in there. But yeah, monks seem really I can't say overpowered because I really don't know if they're overpowered or not, but they seem really good. They seem really good. I'll say that. Stratholme. Live side, baby. Straight to the Scarlet Cathedral. Hit up Balnazar. I love Strath, man. It's such a good... Doesn't matter which side you do. It's both sides I really, really enjoy. It's chaotic, at first until you just get used to it. Like right now I feel comfortable talking a lot while gaming, like while focusing, because it's just I'm just in my comfort zone, I guess. But Stratholme, seriously good, well designed in my opinion. Two different sides to it. Both sides are just equally good. Undead side still takes the cake for me, but the live side definitely feels like a conclusion in a sense. But then the undead side, like you fight Baron Rivendare, like you fight Baron, like it's just cooler. Like everything about the undead side to me is way cooler than the live side. But anytime I can take a quick punch to the Scarlet Crusade peeps, always will, because these guys suck. I mean, no, I understand. I understand we all love Thigh Main. I understand that, but and Fairbanks. I have a soft spot for Fairbanks, but that's more so just like an inside joke. It's a complete meme. Dancing Fairbanks. Dang! Y'all see that? Y'all saw that? I jumped in, heroic leaped, and I got bounced right out. That was sick. Glad I got that on camera. That was really cool. Totally cool to see that on the recording. I leaped in and I got kicked right out, like midair too. It was so cool. This monk is just spinning like crazy. Is that like the best AoE ability they have? Because all it is just like spinning and crane kicking over here. It's like oh, what's one of my favorite characters? Oh, there was a drop. I think I got a drop. I was trying to see it, but I can't see everything right now with all this stuff going on. But I got a clamshell, y'all. I got a clamshell. That makes no sense. Like clamshell and the scarlet, like okay. Like a holy symbol pendant would have been more apropos. But yeah, this dude's just spinning like crazy, man. Like, it's like Meta Knight. Like Brawl Meta Knight. Like, just constant spin, hurricane, and all that. Jeez, I want to counter. I want to counter how many times this monk is going to spin. I'm not trying to say anything to discredit the player or discredit the class or anything. Please don't take that way, but it might just be the best AoE ability they have. And I understand that. It's just funny seeing like constant spinning. Spin cycle, spin cycle, spin cycle. It's like, gosh. You dizzy yet? Alright, time for Balnazar. Balnazar, I have slain you more than enough times, sir. This might be the last, at least for this character's journey. Maybe. Knowing me, I'll probably see you again in like 5 minutes. I think I've seen you more than enough times this week, my friend. Time to go for a permanent sleep.
Yes.
You know, when I said I wanted to run the gauntlet of dungeons in this episode, I wasn't ready to run Dire Maul like crazy. This fun fact, this is more time. I've done Dire Maul on this character in retail more times than I ever did in classic. At this point, I think I run Dire. What blade is that, dude? What in the world? Looks like a freaking keyblade. I want to say it's probably like a gnomish kind of blade, but it totally looked like something straight out of Kingdom Hearts. And I think this dude's wearing the voodoo mask from Zul'Farrak. This little dwarf in front, or gnome in front of me, not dwarf, my apologies. I think he's wearing the shadow mask. Heck yeah, man, you freaking rock that thing. Thing's awesome. Yeah, running the gauntlet with Dire Maul. What is there to say about this place? It's just like we've done it so many times. But yes, I've run Dire Maul now in retail more times, officially more times than I've run it on ever did in Classic Annie. Then again, at the same time, like Classic Annie, I really only wanted to run it just because I was a mage and I needed it for the 55 water, which I was really happy to get when I got it. They shall not pass. Freaking tree. Oh gosh. On some Lord of the Rings stuff. Speaking of which, I found some old footage from my very first YouTube channel way back in the day of which luckily for me archived every old MMO I played, or pretty much every game, like from my Let's Playing days, my original Let's Playing days, to when I transitioned and started recording a lot of the MMO stuff. And sure enough, it has all my old WoW vids, and it also has all my old FF11 vids, which I'm really happy to see. So I was watching a few of them and I was just like, man, crazy how times have changed. I mean, y'all remember the first smartphones that came out? Like, I know the Apple iPhone and everything. Then we had, I think, the Microsoft Surf. No, the Surface is a laptop, but the Microsoft phone, which wasn't too good. I didn't get like my first smartphone. I didn't get until I want to say it was 2014 is when I finally transitioned over to an actual smartphone. Obviously, once you open up that floodgate, you don't go back, but I was on one of the old phones. I think it was a Casio or something, where you flip it up or flip it over and you've got the keyboard and everything. Though those keyboards back in the day were sick. If you didn't grow up, if you know, you know. Alright, Mr. Azine Wild Shaper. I was about to call him Whippersnapper. Oh gosh, I'm losing it. I'm dire mauled out, people. I'm dire mauled out. But we did get a ring drop, so I'm happy about that. I don't want to die again. I think I've died enough times this episode. Yeah, though, the old Casio with the keyboard. Oh my god. No, dude. Dude, we just ran this. Oh my god. I need some tea and I need a hopes and dream. I need a hope and I need a dream. Somebody Somebody shoot the flare gun. I need this is an emergency. I'm feeling the dire Maul fatigue.
It's too far away.
Gosh, I take a break and it's like that's your punishment. Welcome to dire Maul again. Oh Lord. Inshallah, I'll get a different dungeon next time. Can you? Oh, dude, if I ding 80 and it's dire Maul, I'm gonna be. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Dire Maul, you'll have a special place in my heart at the bottom of a tier list somewhere that I will do maybe at some point in the future just for funsies. I'll admit though, this group's doing really well. They listen when people time walking, people grind these things. Like it's just once everyone feels comfortable in the group, they're just like, oh, run it again, run it again, run it again. Like it's non-stop, but I mean, I dig it, but gosh, how many times can y'all do? Y'all are troopers, man. How many times can you do this same dungeon again and again, not get sick of it? Some legendary grinding here. Though it makes me feel like some of these people or some of these players might have also been dedicated Arathi Battlegrounds players, or just PvP. Like we're talking like classic WoW PvP, which is a whole other grind in itself. You gotta be a different breed to be doing that. And I am not. I will respectfully bow out of that. Rank 14, not on my time, sir. I'll be like 60 years old by the time I even bother with that.
It's too far away. Out of range. It's too far away.
You gotta think sometimes, like, how... Like, jokingly, just, like, what goes on in these NPCs? What goes on in these bosses' minds when they see the same team come back, like, 5 minutes later? Like, this prince is probably, like... He probably looked over to his left and was like, what the heck? Like, you guys again? Same dang group.
I need a target. Out of range. I need to get closer.
I guess while we're going through Deadmines, because I just realized we may hit 80 with this one. This might be it. This might be it, team. So I guess I'll do the recollection while I'm playing, and hopefully not completely lose track of thoughts and just be able to play while I'm concentrating and stuff. So what did I enjoy about this journey for Malakyal? I really enjoyed it. Coming from a classic anniversary player's perspective, after not touching the game since probably 2007, 2008, give or take, one of those years, it's been a very long time since I've touched WoW, and I definitely was in a gaming rut. Like, I don't play a lot of games these days, and the ones that I do, I try to dedicate a good amount of time to. Focused a little bit more on indie games and just was trying to find something to balance life, stresses of life, and just time, and WoW has certainly done that for me. I couldn't be more thankful to Pyrono Drew for getting me back into the game. What, are we not getting this boss, or are we waiting? Getting me back into WoW, and just like, because there was a point where after our guild had disbanded in Classic Annie, and I was like, I don't really know what else to do. Those videos are also still up, by the way. Go ahead and check them out. Like, I was doing short series. I was having fun. I was really trying to do my best to kind of like promote the guild and the players and having fun with all the team. And I absolutely was. Oh, I'm sorry. I completely didn't. Is that dude looks like Matt Season. He completely almost looks like Matt Season show. Gear-wise, at least. Getting distracted again, obviously. But I really, like, I just didn't know where to take the channel, and after giving it some really serious consideration, it was kind of just a complete recommendation from an acquaintance at work, no less, and was just kind of like, hey, why don't you go try a different version of WoW? And at first I was gonna jump into Cataclysm Classic because Perono, he can play WoW until the sun goes down. This is his favorite game. He can tell me anything different. Drew, if you're watching, you can tell me anything different. WoW is your favorite game. You know so much about the game. It's insane. Like, insane. And I respect it. But I definitely think it's fun. But he loves the classic versions of the game more than the retail. Not that he doesn't like retail, because obviously he plays it, but it was just like, I was gonna jump into Cataclysm Classic, and I started a series, and I want to go back to it at some point, but I don't want to touch anything classic related right now, because retail truly captured I don't want to say my heart necessarily, but it definitely piqued a lot of my interest, and it really is the version I think that is best for me right now. Because you can jump in, you can jump out, you can do stuff, you can do a good amount of stuff in an hour, you can run dungeons, you can do time walking, you can do raids, you can do anything you want in an hour or 2 hours time frame and feel like progress has been achieved. You don't have to dedicate a lot of time. And not that Cataclysm Classic, you don't need to dedicate an incredible amount of time, but like Classic Anniversary, you have to dedicate time to. Anything era-wise, classic era-wise, you have to dedicate time to. It gets easier, obviously, again, Cataclysm. Or I'm sure Mr. Pandaria is going to feel the same. You can jump in, jump out. And I really enjoy that, especially like coming from a first responder's life. My life is crazy. My hours are hectic. Gaming for me is incredibly difficult. I have a oh my goodness, I died. Third death of the vid, by the way. Third death. We're gonna go for our fourth. So at some point, I think the Let's Level series will eventually like cycle back to classic, but not for a good while, because I'm really enjoying retail, y'all. Retail is super fun. I loved the revamped quests. The fact that the quests were not only streamlined, but they really connect. They connect you into the world. Like, I felt connected when I was in Westfall. I felt connected when I was in Stormwind. And this is the first time I'm touching a human at all. I legitimately feel... I was gonna say love, that's the wrong word. I feel like you matter. Ah, you guys got him. Shucks. What in the world? You gotta be kidding, really? Come on. You feel connected into the world, like, and I'm really excited. Like, I'm noticing that with Valera's progress so far in the Blood Elf. I don't feel like they revamped Ghostlands at all so far, but everything feels a lot easier, and I like that. But then there's Mythics, and I'm sure parts of the World Within are definitely challenging, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to all of that. But being able to experience like time walking, like the dungeons, they're the old versions. They're just revved up a little bit in difficulty. Obviously, I mean, most groups clear this content so easy. I really feel like a noob, but I don't mind feeling like that. I don't mind feeling like I'm learning again, because I am, and it's nice. Now, there is something I will sit here and say. Classic definitely takes the cake in terms of feel of community, because you have to interact with people, versus here in retail, where I think I can count on both hands how many times I actually connected with anybody in a time walking dungeon. Nobody really talks like that, and it's okay. Like, I don't mind. Who in the world? Good lord. Like, I don't mind it. I mean, we're all pretty introverted. A lot of us are introverted in real life and everything else, and I get that, but I mean, I'm not necessarily a social butterfly unless you start talking about certain topics, and then I can go on and on all day.
Check out that noise.
Nerds of the world unite, I guess. But you know, I just feel like the community, the community involvement now. Classic does have its I can't say dark times or whatnot, because if you ever, again, if you touched
The invaders!
PvP in Classic, you're gonna see a dark side of the community. Like, you're gonna see a different community at that point. But like endgame wise in Classic, and especially in Anniversary, even now, everyone was too focused on like raiding and hardcore, and it's just like getting 40 people together is ridiculous. I don't like, I never liked it back then. I don't like it today. 20 people that's okay, but that's still a lot of people. So there's definitely pros and cons to both communities, I guess. But I feel like retail is, and with what everything is coming for retail, player housing, you guys are finally getting that after years of us having it in Final Fantasy. Y'all are finally getting it, and I'm excited for y'all. It looks even more in depth than what we had, or what we currently have. Your dungeons are still sick. Nobody does dungeons like Blizzard. Nobody. Like Deadmines, classic. Scarlet Crusade, timeless. Blackrock Depths, even though that I feel personally it goes on for too long at some points. Dude, look how many zombies are on this dude. Like, this Torrent's got no chance. Oh no, somebody else dropped. That's crazy. Poor guy. And you can just jump in. You can jump in, jump out. It's the feeling of, especially as a father, though there's a channel I came across who's doing it really, really good in Classic right now. Azeroth Meat Hall. He's got the 1 hour challenge where he's just playing the game 1 hour a day. Dude's awesome. And it's, I connect with it because I'm a father too. And I know what it's like not having, like, time is precious. Time is precious. Yeah, I'm a first responder. I don't work from home. I wasn't lucky in that regard, even though I went to college for IT. I'm actually going back to college to finish my degree for IT because I kind of want to get in that field at some point, or reinvest my time and retrain myself to go back to a more civilian kind of lifestyle. Then ultimately the pay is just so much better. Nothing against civil service though. I've had it pretty good these upcoming 5 years. Well, will soon be 5 years. It's just one, like, he's doing it really well, but again, the point's kind of the same. Like, you don't feel pressured to be able to get things done. You don't feel like, it's amazing in my 30s. I'm 33, and it's just like you jump back in Classic, you do feel pressured, or you can feel pressured. Just depends on what you want to do. Here, jump in, jump out. You want to go level in the old zones? You can. You want to go jump to a different timeline? Like, what? You can go play in any storyline you want? If that's not a huge selling point for y'all, I don't know what is, because for me, that's a huge selling point. And I guess Chivalry isn't dead because we waited for our partner over here. So Chivalry isn't dead. This is a good group. But this, I've learned a lot. I'll definitely sit here and say this, y'all. I'm not the best warrior, Fury or otherwise. I'm definitely not the best warrior. But I have learned a lot. I loved going to the old region, old zones, Westfall, Red Ridge, Darkshire. I was about to say Darkshore. I held it together. I love it. I really do. I think WoW is in a very good spot, and I'm really excited to continue the Let's Level series. I'm really excited. Get to play every class, different race, just experiment, just see what's out there. Like, just have fun. Nobody's gonna, like, for as many dungeons I've been in, I've not been told once, hey, you gotta keep up. Hey, this is either you suck or your DPS is too low or whatever. I'm sure Mythic might be different, but no one said any, like, I mean, most groups don't say anything, but nobody's really said anything like that. There's no real negativity, and I guess, you know, I don't know if that's, you know, just my luck or anything, but everybody's really just gaming and enjoying their time, and I dig it. So I'm not trying to steer anybody away from Classic. I am a Classic player by heart, but I really want, you know, if you're tired of Classic, jump into retail and just try it. Because I know guys like Robert Rambles, I know he's definitely got some excellent points. Brother of Oklahoma, High Lord of Oklahoma, the Paladin of Paladins. He's got some great points too. Everyone does. Real quick, level 80. The journey has officially come to a, well, not a full conclusion, but level 80, y'all. Bismillah. Couldn't have done it. Couldn't have asked for a better dungeon to do it in. It just everything came full circle for you, girl. Malakyal, great job. Level 80. The journey for leveling is finally complete. Now watch, tomorrow the level cap goes to 85. I jest. I'd be so pissed if that was the case. New dungeons. Get a cheer in. Hell yeah, you go, girl. You've grown. You've grown. Very proud of our girl here. But I know, bro, like, as I was saying, y'all, Brother of Oklahoma has some good points. Everybody has some good points. Like, yes, and I'm sure I'm going to feel this the more classes and races I do and I touch. Like, I know the argument is, like, classes are really homogenized. Like everyone's got a CC, a prod. Everyone's got a heal, a self heal. Everyone seems self-sufficient, and the leveling experience is very fast. And I have to say that's a benefit. I don't mind so much of the class homogenization. I really don't, because I feel like a lot of classes needed it. A lot of classes truly needed it. But again, take my words for the grain of salt, because I am a novice in comparison to a lot of y'all out there for World of Warcraft. You know, Final Fantasy player, real old school WoW player, classic wise, and then coming into retail. But I gotta say, I've had so much fun, y'all. I've had so much fun. And I'm really looking forward to continuing this series, because it's gonna be good. There's gonna be some challenging times. I feel like when I finally touch my first healing and trying to heal in dungeons, I think it's gonna be chaotic, but you learn. You gotta live and you gotta learn somehow. Well, look at that new season. Hey, I'm not ready for any of this yet. I'm totally not ready for that, but I appreciate it. And delves, look at that. Definitely want to do delves. Definitely going to touch, again, we're going to touch more War Within content with the Blood Off Paladin, and for future characters as well. But for the very first character, for the very first introduction into the series, I think this was a phenomenal way. I think this was a fun way to do it. And look at that, our gear score is almost 400. Heck yeah, y'all. This has been fun. This has been really fun. I hope everybody here has had a wonderful time in this leveling journey, as much as I've had. Again, I do have a bonus episode for Malakyal that I'm going to also have in post. So I think there's going to be an episode. I don't know what number I think it's going to be. I think this is 20, 21. The bonus episode, I think it's going to be at least 20 or 21, one of the two. I lost my count already. I'm sorry. Shout outs to everybody here. If y'all have enjoyed the series, go ahead and toss the video a like. Consider subscribing only if you feel that I have truly earned it. I'm really working hard to kind of earn everybody's trust and be the next voice, I guess, in the community, as small as a voice as I can. But what I'm hoping this series does is get more players into World of Warcraft, and also get more confidence boost for players that may be a little afraid, like me. Like, you're a little nervous about jumping into dungeons because you don't know everything. You don't know the mechanics. You may not know the dungeon at all. You know, just boost some confidence in the community out there. You know, get some new players, get some new blood in here. There's a whole new generation, y'all, that's coming up, and I feel like I'm not doing my service. I'm not doing my due diligence if I'm not promoting the game in the healthiest manner that I possibly can. At least that's me. Look at that. 402. Cruel Barb. Wow, that's an old one. Nah, I don't like those shoulders. I kind of like the old ones. I mean, I'll rock them, but I think we're going to transmog those. But there's a lot of older school players that are far more knowledgeable about the game than I am. A lot of the, and I think that we don't, I think content creation has gotten better in terms of the gaming community and like commentary style. Like this Let's Playing style was birthed way back in 2006, 2007 with like Chucker Conroy and everything. Yes, I'm from that generation. Some of the WoW creators, I feel like we really could do more to like promote each other as well. So people that have really like helped inspire me and inspire this series, whether or not they watch or they stumble across this video, I think would be pretty cool. But a lot of those would be Brother Oklahoma was definitely the first one. Robert Rambles, who I think is the godfather of this style of World of Warcraft related series, or World of Warcraft like level of class, and dude's got like hundreds of characters. It's like you'll find a character in a leveling journey that you'll like. Just pray that he finishes that character, or at least goes far enough. I jest. He's a good guy. Not trying to talk smack. He's a good guy. Azeroth Meat Hall's another good one. He has the 1 hour challenge, which is really hits home in a lot of ways. Azeroth Dan, who I think is as old as Robert Rambles, and I think they both were around the same time of doing the leveling journey of different classes and different time frames of WoW. There's the Lady Survival, who's awesome. Who else? Who else do I watch? Undead Adam, I think is the channel's name. Undead Adam, another good one. So if you definitely enjoyed like this series, those are other channels especially that definitely check them out, because those helped inspire me to do what I'm doing. After some sips of tea, definitely feeling a little bit better. But yeah, it's looking good, Malakyal. Malakyal, for those of you who don't know, she's, if I had to give her like an actual ethnicity outside of like any character lore, like she's from Darkshire. I was gonna do it again. She's from Darkshire. I guess eventually relocated to Redbridge Mountains because she eventually went to Stormwind for college, I suppose. I mean, I have a whole lore about her, how she eventually becomes a Forsaken and everything. Maybe I'll do a video on that someday. But yeah, if I had to give her an ethnicity, an actual ethnicity, she's Indonesian. And the reason for that is actually within the name. Malakyal is a name that I used for a lot of characters that I play in any MMO, and just a lot of other video games. I don't know how I came up with the name, but eventually it was in Final Fantasy XIV, and then I just kind of transitioned her into here. And she has the bun in the back, and that's very traditional in a lot of Asian cultures. Married to a Korean. My son is Korean, so there's that too. Even though I'm about as an American mutt as you can imagine. Definitely not blessed with the genius genes, so to speak. Was definitely more blue collar, hands-on kind of guy. Trying to look at that. Right behind me is the college I went to. Fun fact, if anybody asks me ever in real life like what college I go to, I always usually say University of Southern Oslo or Southern Oslo University, and it catches everybody off guard. Like, wow, you went to Europe? And I'm like, actually, no, I went to the West Coast for college, but it's a game reference from Clock Tower. Catches everybody off guard. I've only had one person catch me on that and was like, Clock Tower? And I was like, dude, you got it. Good job. But going back to what I was saying, y'all, this has been a wonderful experience for me. I sincerely want to appreciate everybody who's joined the series from beginning to end. Like I said, there is a bonus episode coming from Malakyal. She's not going anywhere. I'll bring her back at some point, but we're definitely going to be taking a break from her. Give her a nice little break. Also, Malakyal's she's kind of also like inspiration of like, if I ever have a daughter in life, like I got a son, I kind of want a daughter. I've always wanted a daughter actually, but if I ever have her, it's like, what would she be like? So if she ever sees this video and I'm like my 60s or something at this point, she'll be like, oh dad, or something like that. I'm hoping I'm hoping I can leave these videos as a legacy. But I really want to appreciate everybody. The subscribers, y'all have been awesome. Support for the channel has been amazing. Let's get a flex in. This looks like a good spot. Thank y'all so much for joining. I'll catch y'all on the Paladin leveling series. Please have a wonderful, wonderful week. I'll catch you in the bonus episode, Paladin leveling series, and all the future videos yet to come. Let's level and let's continue to learn. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.